Hello my lovelies and welcome to another week of me being sick AF. I don't know what's going on, but I think after surgery my immune system just went to shits and I'm just sick again. I had a wonderful week last week. I was really happy about how boot camp went and bam, sick again. I don't know what's going on with me. I am going to Seattle on Saturday and I have tons of stuff to do and I don't have time for this shit. So yeah, that's me right now. Let's just find something in the pharmacy and hopefully then I feel better, and I only have another hour of a call and then that's it for today. Hello lovely people, I'm back at the post office. This time it's to send out my luggage that broke on my trip back from Manchester last week. Is that already last week? That's already last week. So yesterday pretty much was a blur between work and me being sick. I was simply just in bed. But I'm feeling better today and I'm really looking forward to getting off work today and dive into some reading, because so far this week was not good reading wise, but we're gonna catch up tonight. So I am done with work. It's already dark outside. I'm now gonna go outside on my walk. I will probably listen to The Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes. I have been pausing that a little for the last couple of days and I want to get back into it. Then when I get back home, I will start kicking off The Great Hunt. I want to read 40 pages a day going forward. So then by the end of February, I should be done with book number 2. And then I want to dive into Illuminae. That is the plan. I pushed A Million Worlds with You a little, even though I totally loved it so far. So I love book 2. I feel like I don't want to dive right into book 3. I want just 1 or 2 books in between. So that's why I pushed it a little. And I'm super hyped for Illuminae. On another note, what I'm super hyped for is Survivor season 40 starting. Oh my god, I am so hyped. I love Survivor so much. And it is hurting me so much that I don't have watch buddies here. Nobody that I know here understands my love for Survivor. Most people don't even know what it is because it never took off in Germany. They tried again this year and it was a total fail. I guess here people just want to watch other people be poor and on welfare and that kind of stuff. And I just love Survivor so much. I love Parvati. I am all the way team Parvati. And I hope she does not get voted out early on in the game because she's a big threat. I'm just hoping that she slithers her way through. I am so hyped for this and I hate that it's very hard to actually watch this in Germany. But luckily next week I'm going to be in the US, so I can watch it there. Oh. So on one hand, I am really enjoying going back into this world and continuing with this saga. On the other hand, it is a little bit exhausting to get back into it. I don't know why really. I don't know what the reason is. I don't know what is making it so hard. But something's just so slow in it. It's not like nothing's happening, but the pacing of what's happening is so slow. I know that some people complained about Jordan being able to describe things down to the details for like pages. I haven't noticed that, but the pacing is slow. And my mind just keeps wandering off when I'm reading this. So I'm having a hard time getting into it. Also, it is kind of annoying that the first like 14 pages are before page 1. Oh, and like you have been reading for 15-20 minutes and you're not even on page 1. That is so discouraging. So yeah, I only read the prologue and chapter 1 tonight. And that is it for tonight. I'm just getting really tired and I need to let it sink to be back in this world. And then hopefully tomorrow I can read a couple of chapters. Let's put that to the side for now. My God, look at my skin. That happens when I'm scratching. My skin is so sensitive to like everything. If I just scratched myself briefly here, and that happens. So yeah, sensitive skin, yay. All right, so I'm gonna dive into this, and I'm hoping that this is all I am hoping it to be. I have heard so many great things. I am so excited for this mix of different ways of telling things. Like, you know, there's like articles and files, and it's a really, really diverse and new things of telling things. I'm loving this cover too. This is so much fun. I have never seen this done before like this. So I am super stoked for this. I know nothing about this, aside from two authors having written Illuminae that I have already read. Amy Kaufman, I have read a book by her and somebody else, and I was not too much of a fan, but it's not that I was not liking it. I liked the writing style, but a few choices of what happened in the book were not up my alley. Maybe I just expected the wrong thing, I don't know, but I did not continue on with the second book for some choices of the storyline. But the writing style was great, and I enjoyed the reading process. Now, the other is Jay Kristoff, and with Jay Kristoff, I had a hit and miss. There's pieces of work that I love, and then there's pieces of work that I don't get as much, or that are just simply not for me. But I love Jay Kristoff as an author. I believe he is very approachable in a way that he's just very outspoken on social media. I love his snark, sass, and his presence. And I did enjoy Nevernight a lot, so I'm having high hopes for this, and I am super excited about, just because this is so different. This is so different. So I did get some mail, and I'm gonna open that before I'm gonna dive into Survivor, because maybe there's a tea in here that I want to try. The Simple Loose Leaf Tea Company is shipping from the US, I believe, and this box costs it does cost $9, and you get one box every 3 months, and for me that comes to $15.49 with shipping. Let's see. So this is it. We have a little leaflet. We have sustainable tea bags, although I'm not a fan of these tea bags. I like to have I like to have more room for my tea so that it can really unfold. And then we have 4 teas. We have spiced oolong, dark lagoon herbal, green harmony, that's a jasmine green with essential and light citrus flavor. That sounds good. The dark lagoon herbal is with hibiscus, dried apple pieces, papaya, rosehip, elderberries, currant, blueberries. That sounds more like a fruit tea and not an herbal tea. And a Darjeeling. Just coming back from my chiropractor. I started Illuminae last night, and it is so gripping. I really enjoyed it a lot. Aside from that, I will get ready for work now, but I think I have a couple of hours time. In these couple of hours, I will probably watch Survivor finally. I cannot wait! So I'm pretty much done with work. I only have like maybe half an hour of stuff to do. So I am right now on my way to Korean class 2.0. So I did decide I will continue with both classes. If you've been following my channel, I have been accidentally I ended up in two classes which were at a different stage of Korean. One was a complete starting point, and one was with very little knowledge. And well, I have decided to continue with both because I'll be most likely traveling so much that I'm just scared that I'll be missing too much if I end up only doing one. So I can use the repetition, I can use the getting ahead of the other class. So yep, that's my plan right now. So I think I can walk. Yeah, let's walk. Walking is good for me. I need some walking time. And I guess while I'm walking through the city to get to the place where I have the class, I will listen to The Year of Yes. I have to say this, so is my all-time favorite coffee place in this region. The people that are working there are amazing. I love their style. I love the coffee. So there's just something about the people that work in a coffee shop that make the coffee taste better. I don't know. And this is a good one. To be honest, I'm a little bit... I don't want to say scared of today, but I have a lot of respect for today. We're only going to be a very, very small group, which is good for learning. But I feel like I'm still so behind. But I've really tried hard to get my daily vocabulary session in. But honestly, I feel like I cannot catch up. Yeah, embrace being behind and trying to catch up and not getting there, I guess. Cheers. So I have finished The Year of Yes, and I have thoroughly enjoyed it. Mostly I have enjoyed the writing style. I have to say the three last chapters for me were a little bit too much in a way of they weren't needed. I felt it was just getting a little boring. And I don't want to say repetitive, but in a way it kind of was a little repetitive, saying, yeah, we got it, we heard it, we understand what you're trying to tell us, and you are putting that principle on another part of your life, and that makes sense, that is fine, but I don't need another layer. So I think this book could have been a tiny bit shorter, but I can also see how some women, sorry, the audio just went down there. I can also see how some women might benefit from these last 2-3 chapters because they get specific in a certain other direction. Since The Year of Yes was not necessarily from the beginning something that I needed for my life, and it was more entertainment and her writing style, maybe that's why I got bored at the end when the topic got a little repetitive. So for people who need to get out of their not trying things, not daring things, not getting out of their routine, and they kind of want to break out a little, I think this book would be awesome. And yeah, I just enjoyed. If you have Script or a similar service and they have it on audiobook, just try the audiobook because it is very well narrated, and it's just fun to listen to. There's a few speeches that she's referring to, and she's putting the original audio of the speeches in there and stuff like that. So the audiobook is a really fun experience, and I can absolutely recommend it. It's just fun to listen to, and even though the topic might not be groundbreaking or might not be necessarily something that you have to hear, it's still entertaining. If it's something that you have to hear, I recommend it even more. So I'm leaving this with 4 out of 5 stars. So while I was at class, Amazon mail came. So first off, I got some compression socks. I just wanted to try them on the flight. Heard so many good things about using compression socks. And I've seen these wonderfully colorful ones. So I want to try these out. And if they work, I am so happy about this because I love fun socks. And then this lovely book came. I loved the first book. This one looks quite a bit bigger. How many pages do we have? Over 500. I'm kind of liking that this is this 600? It's 600 pages. I'm kind of liking that this is a biggie. I really enjoyed the first one. I remember calling a friend and raving about it, and then later on I was like, shit, why was I raving about it? Like a couple of months later. And I was so mad at myself that I didn't make a video that I sent to her because I was explaining in so much detail why I loved the first book. Thinking about maybe swapping something out for my TBR because I really want to get to this book, but also I don't want to travel with this. So that's probably why, because I wasn't sure I would have enough time before my trip, and then I don't want to travel with this. I now have 2 choices. I can read The Great Hunt, and I've started reading it. I've read a few chapters, and I don't know. I like being in that world again, but I'm struggling a little as well. And I talked about this yesterday because of the pacing. So, if I'm pausing it, I'm afraid that going back into it will not be easy. If I'm pausing it, I have more time for other books that I'm super excited about. This is the kind of book that I loved so much for a few reasons, but where I totally understand if other people don't, because it's not that different. I think it's the same for me with Ash Princess. I loved Ash Princess, although I wasn't as excited about the follow-up books. I still have to get to them, but I loved Ash Princess so much for some reasons that are very unique to me, and I know that people probably won't judge the book for the same reasons, and therefore I totally understand if other people don't love it as much as I do. Hello, wonderful people. It is Friday. It is 23 hours until my flight leaves, and I'm actually getting excited and a tiny bit nervous, like, you know, the good kind of nervous when you're like, I can't wait. I haven't been nervous about a trip in a long time. Not like this nervous excited. And yeah, I've been looking forward to trips, but this one is special. It's the first one in my life outside of Europe. It's the first one to the US. I feel very connected to the US for different reasons. One of the biggest being my ex-husband being from the States, introducing me to the country and the culture and making me fall in love with a lot of things. So that I felt more at home with what he introduced me to than where I'm living at right now. So I am super excited to actually go to the US, and then Seattle is a whole other level of wanting to go. It has been my dream wish to be invited for work reasons to Seattle in forever as well. And now that my line manager and my overall team boss and our director are all in Seattle, my reporting line goes straight into Seattle. there's quite a few reasons for me to go. So it's super exciting. I'm super looking forward to seeing headquarters in Seattle for the first time. So today is going to be laundry. Today is going to be figuring out, I'm going to show you how to pack my shit. So remember my suitcase broke on my way back from Manchester last week. So I have to make do with a smaller suitcase. And this is what I'm working with, and it doesn't have my makeup in yet. So I'm not sure what exactly I want to do. Do I want to take a second suitcase, which I can, and leave it there because I had my eye on a suitcase that I really like, a carry-on that I really wanted for a while now, but getting it from the US is way too expensive shipping wise. So I said to myself, well, when I'm going to the US, I'm just gonna get it and take it back home as luggage. And since I'm going to be traveling in premium economy, I can have 2 suitcases. So I'm going to have 2 suitcases on the way back, but I'm quite sure I'm going to have more stuff that I want to take back as well. What's clogging up my luggage right now is that I do have one package for the last winner of December that I haven't sent out yet, who lives in the States, and that I want to send when I'm there. So it's just a little bit more room that I need. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. I want to read a manga today. This afternoon I'm going to meet up with my friend. I have my second Korean class tonight at 6 p.m. and I want to meet up with my friend maybe an hour earlier. And then I kind of want to stay awake as much as possible, but I have only slept like 3 or 4 hours last night, which is horrible. So I don't know if my plan was to sleep enough Thursday to Friday, and then tonight just stay awake, and then my plane leaves, I'm gonna be at the airport at 7 a.m. And then pretty much go to sleep as soon as I'm on the flight. And try and sleep as much as possible. I have no idea if I can sleep on the plane because, well, I never did a long haul flight. But I feel I'm gonna be okay. I don't feel nervous about that at all. I just don't know if I'm gonna be able to sleep or not. So, yeah. But I'm back home, and today I received these 2 boxes, and I want to, oh, that sounds interesting, and I want to share with you what's inside before I get to getting everything ready for my trip. Teapro company, I believe this box costs 24 Great British pounds. What I really like about them, they ship from the UK and they have themes. So if you don't like a theme, you don't have to get the box. And they do like black tea, green tea. And I found one of my favorite teas in this box, but sadly I can't find any way of buying it, which sucks. Oh, I read Cake Day, I'm all in. So we have green tea, I believe. So this is what the box looks like. It always comes with some explanation about the tea. The tea was used as currency to buy horses from Tibetan monks. To make the transportation easier, it was compressed into cakes, which would undergo a natural fermentation and aging during the long journey. So they show different kinds of how they were pressed into forms, into different kinds of shapes, and I believe we do have some shapes here. So this is the 1990 Golden Nugget Supreme Pu'er, and there's like chunks in this, probably looking like this. It smells so good. And then we have the Jasmine mini to cha, which is this one. Jasmine bark, damp earth grass. Not sure if that's going to be for me. And then last but not least, the dome-shaped Cheng Tua Cha, our largest tea cake. This 11-year-old raw Tua Cha is made from high-quality large leaves grown on the Feng Quing high mountain area at the altitude of 1,800 meters. The color of the brew is bright and clear with pure light aroma and a sweet taste. This is musty sweet chalk dark chocolate. This sounds mostly like my cup of tea. Look at this. This is so cool. And then I have this pu'er knife or whatever. Then we have the Fanashli bag, which is a snack box that I have cancelled before, uncancelled because I wanted one specific one and then I forget to cancel. I need to cancel this because I cannot eat that much stuff. We get a box full of candy around the theme, and the theme is always a certain country, and this time the country is the United States of America. A couple of hours until I'm there, finally. So excited. But yeah, so this is our USA box. I am so interested to see what they put in here. So Stacks pizza flavored. Then we have a grape Fanta. When I think of the US, I do think grape drinks for some reason as well, because I feel like a lot of other countries it feels quite unusual to have grape drinks. Then we have a, is that a chocolate brownie or a cookie? The picture looks like a cookie, but it feels like a brownie. Then we have Pop-Tarts, a staple in when I think of US candy. 2 cupcakes vanilla. Then a staple from my point of view as well, Reese's. Then we have Hershey's Crunchers. Well, when I see Hershey's, I think USA, but Crunchers is new to me. Then Chewy Gobstoppers. Yes. And Swedish Fish Mini Tropical. I've never seen these, but then again, I've never been to the US either, so that's it. Good morning, my lovelies. I am leaving my house to get to the airport. It is Saturday, 6:30 a.m. My flight leaves at 8:45. I'm excited. Let's get going. Told you about my reading plans yet. So I have a couple of ebooks, I have an audiobook, and I have well, I have actually 3 books with me for the 2 weeks, like physical books, but only one I'm hoping to read this weekend, and that is The Rook. It is a traveling book, which I'm excited for. It is my first, it's not my first one, but it's my first one where I'm the first in the book. And then on audiobook I have How to Walk Away and Don't Read the Comments, so I don't know which one I might want to listen to. And then on ebook I have Awake, which I got on NetGalley like years ago, I believe, and I really need to read that. So because I'm quite tired, which is a good thing, right? It was the plan to be tired. So I might probably start with listening to the audiobook, if at all. I think maybe on this hour to Frankfurt, I might not listen to anything. So yeah, let's see. I'm gonna try, but I'm tired, which is a good thing. It's loud, and I might not be able to concentrate on starting a new book. lovely people on a Saturday. I started and finished How to Walk Away on the flight. It was the perfect flight book, like a romance, kind of a little bit like tragic story, but also like just a nice fluffy romancy story. Probably not necessarily what I would usually read, but it was perfect for being in this relaxed, sitting down, listening to an audiobook and drifting off. So it's the kind of state where you don't have to pay too close attention to like every single sentence, but you still can follow along what's happening. So yeah, that was perfect. Now I have another 3 hours on the flight, and I'll see if I start the Rook, or like a physical book, the Rook, or the Don't Read the Comments, another audiobook. Let's see, I don't know, but I think I'm gonna read for like another hour or so. After a short time in my room, I'm now pretty much ready to go out and see stuff and do stuff. I have my book with me, but let's see if I'm gonna get to more reading. I just want to spend some money. I don't have money, but I want to spend it, so let's see what I can find. I think I forgot to wrap up my week last night. So overall I'm quite happy with where I got reading wise. I am absolutely fine with cutting out some of my reading time for sightseeing. Being in Seattle is a dream come true, and I'm just enjoying every minute of it. So I'm happy with how much I got to read, but it's not as much as I should have to stay completely on plan. So yeah, this is it for this week. I am going to be vlogging next week. Well, technically it's already Monday, so because I forgot to wrap up, but I will be vlogging throughout the week, and I'm quite excited to see how much I'm going to be able to vlog, seeing that I'm going to be at work. But yeah, this is for this week. I hope that you enjoyed what you saw. If you did, then please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for the giveaway notifications, for my vlog notifications, And I promise my unboxings are gonna come back as well. I'm just putting them on the back burner a little bit until I have figured out my cadence of the vlogs and I've gotten into the rhythm of it. So just a little pause in that. But they're coming back, I promise. So I hope to see you again on my channel real soon. Until then, bye!